A new goalkeeper. Let's talk about this. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Will you join me a day before transfer deadline day? And Crystal Palace have announced the signing of Dean Henderson from Manchester United on an undisclosed fee, I'm hearing, of around £20 million. Now, as much as this does improve squad depth in terms of goalie, because of like the antics of Vicente Guaita, he's practically left the club. He's been sending messages to fans about him leaving the club, even though it's not actually been announced in transfer news and whatnot. But he's basically gone. And yes, we've got Sam Johnston, who I feel is a good enough goalkeeper. And I know that Remy Matthews is not good enough to sit on the bench and be a backup in case Johnston was injured or suspended, what have you. But I don't understand why we've paid so much money for this guy. Like, yes, he won a championship Golden Glove for Sheffield United in 2019. Since then, what has he done? Like, I know that he was a very good goalkeeper for Sheffield United in their first season in the Premier League in 2019-20, when Sheffield United finished 9th in the league. And then Aaron Ramsdale, who's now the Arsenal keeper, got relegated with them the following year. But why have we paid £20 million for this guy? Steve Parish talks about how we've got such a lack of funds, but yet you can just fork out 20 million quid on a goalie. Why didn't we just keep Jack Butland? Yeah, he's not as good as Johnston, but I feel like he would have been appropriate to keep. You know, we signed him for what, £1.5 million or something under Roy Hodgson, believe it or not. We should have kept him. I don't understand why we didn't. If we knew, because everything with Steve Parish is apparently long term, and so is this contract. I don't know how long it is, but I just don't understand why we didn't keep Butland. You know, and I wouldn't be so confused, is the word I'm looking for. I wouldn't be so confused if, you know, we bought a left back, a right back. You know, I keep saying as a high replacement, and people are arguing with me that França is that replacement, but he's out injured. Michael Olise is out injured. Yes, Jordan Ayew and Jeffrey Schlupp, for the most part, have dealt with this situation fairly well for the quality that they possess. But how long are they going to keep this up for? That is my argument. But who would want to come to Palace for short term because they know that França and Olise is going to replace them, you know, further on down the line in the season? That is another question to be answered. We need a striker. I'm baffled by it. Apparently Mateta was walking out the door and then he scores this hat-trick against Plymouth and now he's about to sign a new long-term contract with the club. So you score a hat-trick against a championship team and then now you feel like you're okay to play for this team all of a sudden. That to me feels a bit weird. I don't think Odsonne Edouard is good enough for a whole Premier League season. Yes, if the ball is lined up to him, he can finish the ball. He can finish chances quite well, but it's his general control of the game that I'm very confused about. And the only signing we've made is a midfielder that's not injured, Jefferson Lerma. I feel like we need another centre back because Richards and Tompkins against Plymouth, they were not good enough, and I mean not good enough. You know, both our right backs are aging. We've got one left back. I've said it for 2 years. Zaha replacement's needed, a new striker, but yet we fork out on a new goalkeeper. Not saying it wasn't needed, but why did we spend all this money? If we had £20 million sitting about, why wasn't this used on a left back or a right back or a striker and what have you? Like, it just doesn't make that much sense to me. This is my conclusion to this. Because forget talent, right? Because we spent £20 million on this guy, he has to start. We cannot afford for a £20 million player to sit on the bench. I'm not saying that Sam Johnston's not good enough. I'm fine with him. I thought he's a class goalkeeper for us. But clearly not. I'm really confused. But Dean Henderson has to start. He has to. Whether it's in the cup against former club Man United, and I'm really gutted about that as well. Like, another bit of news. You know, we beat Plymouth. We come back from 2 down, and our reward is a tie away at the holders, Manchester United. And then we play them again in like 4 or 5 days in the league. So that'll be very interesting. But yeah, like, I just don't get this new deal. But we still have 1 day left of this window. Palace need 1, if not 2 signings. We need 2 or 3 signings on deadline day for this transfer window to satisfy me. And I think that is the same for the fans. But yeah, there's not much more to be said. We signed a new goalkeeper. I'm not saying it wasn't needed, but why didn't we sign someone on a free? You know, from the Championship or something. Why have we gone to Manchester United's bench and forked out 20 mil? It doesn't get, like, you could have put that 20 mil towards, I don't know, try and get Wan-Bissaka back, or try and get this Balogun striker, or even, we need a forward, we need a striker on deadline day. So if we sign someone on deadline day, which I'm so hoping we do, that will be my new video, and then after that will be Sunday against Wolves. So yeah, like, share and subscribe. We've got a new keeper. I don't know about that one.